Beat it up.
Said Mickey Factz. That being said, all right, leads me into my next thing I'm about to say. All right, me and Rock had a little conversation on the side. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's my guy. We talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Rock, where you see yourself in all this stuff, man? And Rock sees himself as Thanos at the top of the list, man, smoking all y'all. All right, and that's what he told me personally. You know
listen, and then listen, Rock. The thing about Rock, man, Rock has a style that is unbelievable, you know, and he's had this style since I was a freshman in high school, and he's gotten better. The techniques that people are trying to learn, he was doing that in 1996, 1997, and at a high level with another Jedi MC with Rock. I mean, with Ruck, pardon me.
Rock, right.
Right, and listen, if he was to say that, it would be the same thing I said before. Like, I'm okay with it. I don't have no argument with him saying that because he's put in his work.
Right.
You know, and I
then,
feel.
And then look, I've never like if Mickey, especially after, because like, you know, we listen to what we listen. We know who's who. We know who Jedis are. But we might not, like, even though you know how busy I get, you might not have listened to my last jump off. You know, niggas got lives out here, right? You might not listen to my whole solo Rockness Monsta catalog, right? But if something alerts you to you know, if something puts your eyes in a certain direction, like with all of this shit that's been going on with Royce and Lupe and all of that, it put my eyes in a direction more of you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I listened to what you was doing ever since that first live, the one that I got on. You know what I mean? Like, niggas was putting up freestyles and this, that, and the third. So it made me listen closer. And I'm like, if Mickey say he the best, I'm not going to get mad at son. I mean, I still think I'm the best, but I'm like, this nigga, did you hear what Mickey did? The nigga brought Ransom and RJ Payne to the song without bringing them to the song. B, what the fuck? Did you put Royce on the song too? Was that Royce at the end?
Yeah, that was Royce at the end. That was Royce.
Nigga put Royce on it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is a fucking Jedi. You understand what I'm saying? So he got right to say that. You know what I mean? And you know, we all got the right to get on songs and prove it. But I agreed with Royce from day one about, like, no EO dub, none of that, blah blah. No battles, no smack. This ain't what we talking about. Let's get on songs. Let's do what we do best. Because this way, I feel like what happened won't happen. It won't go left. Like, I inserted myself into that conversation and I took myself out of that conversation because I have a lot of respect for all of you brothers, but I don't really know y'all to be playing with y'all like that. You understand what I'm saying? And I know some shit can go left. And if some shit go left, you know, like I've been in a rap beef before. You understand what I'm saying? In the beginning of my and early in my career, and the shit simply costed us too much. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I'ma just enjoy the show. When niggas is ready to rap, I'll let them know I'm ready to rap because I like rapping. You know what I'm saying? And that's that.
Okay, now, so from perspective, you know, I agree with you. The last thing I heard from Rock, I was on tour with Swave, and Swave didn't drive. I drove the whole thing, and Swave left on your project, and then you called us when we was on the road. I think he was coming from Indiana, Fort Wayne, and bruh, you was bugging on that project. You was bugging out.
Good looking.
And for me, right, that let me know just because you don't hear somebody going off doesn't mean that they're not going off. Right. Just because the tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Yeah, it makes a sound to the people that's around that tree. And that mistake, in my opinion, that Royce made. He thought that I don't do what I do. Because a lot of the MCs and the lyrical MCs, y'all don't. I felt for a long time y'all didn't see what I do. But that's because I was in another lane. I was going to Japan and Tokyo and dating supermodels and I was doing all kind of crazy stuff. I wasn't on the mixtape scene. I was on the internet.
So why don't you tell us Why don't you tell us for a second, sidebar, some of the dope shit you do? Because people, like, for anybody who the first time they seeing you is through all of this fucking drama with Lupe and Royce and them, like, you've done some different and dope shit. Why don't you get into that?
Right, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like all of us are part of the expression in hip hop. And for me, like, the things that I've done was reintroduce fashion into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Getting Gold Supras, Y3, being in magazines, not having a record deal, but still going to China, going to Japan, BET Cyphers, doing a deal with Honda, did the Honda commercial, did a deal with Uniqlo, did a deal with Puma, did a deal with Sony headphones, record deals. I've done a lot of different things. I heard you speaking about some dope shit you did that I didn't know about, but like it was something like it was some type of you did some sort of you recreated something created a character, like some museum sound, some shit that could, some shit you did like that's bigger than rap, but so what I did was created a character that didn't exist, but he existed in a world with Andy Warhol, Michel Basquiat, and Keith Haring. It was a fictional character called Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
This character was born in the 80s. He spray painted. He became a great painter, and he got big-headed, and then he caught HIV, and now nobody knows who he is, right? So that was like a story that I just created out of nothing. And when I did it, I referenced so much art material that museums reached out to me. You know, I performed at the Brooklyn Museum. I did the whole project at SOBs. When I did it, I fake sniffed coke. Like I had baking powder on the table and I act like I sniffed coke. I didn't sniff coke. And then I had a woman strip naked on stage. She stripped naked. First of all, that's illegal. That's illegal. You cannot have fully naked women on stage anywhere in New York City. I did that. And when I did that, TMZ was like, TMZ made a post. Mickey Factz sniffs cocaine and has naked women on stage. He's lost his mind. Right? But then, the Andy Warhol Museum reached out to me. Yo, perform. The Brooklyn Museum reached out to me. Can you perform this? I couldn't recreate. Because if I recreate it, I'm going to get arrested. I don't want to get arrested for having a naked woman on stage. She had a bush out. I didn't know she wasn't shaved. She had a bush out. So these are the type of things that I was doing to push hip hop forward. And it might not be what the top lyricist was doing at that time in terms of, putting out projects that's classic. But I was getting us global. Stolly one time told me, and like I would say last year, he was like, yo, Mickey, I'm gonna tell you something I never told nobody. He was like, one time Big Sean was with him, and he was like, yo, I just want to be Mickey Factz. Big Sean. I just want to be Sean.
Big Sean looked like he could be related to you, actually. He probably
we all related in some shape or form. But like I say that to say the same way, Rock, you inspired me as a teenager in high school. Mm-hmm. I inspired a lot of people. A lot of people looked up to me. And that wasn't what I was trying to. I was just trying to provide for myself. So even when Royce had Russ on the live and he was trying to get Russ to diss me, Russ was like, I can't diss Mickey. He inspired me. He said it. So it's and that's the ignorance that I felt like a lot of MCs just don't know of my contribution. And I'm not trying to force it on anybody. I'm just trying to let people know I've impacted the culture the same way Kane did, the same way Jade, not on that level, but I've laid blueprint for a lot of MCs.
You've made your contributions as well. Right.
And it's not the biggest contribution, but I've put some down, bro.
Right.
And I felt like trying to downplay that. And now look, we viral because you trying to be out of pocket.
Monsta Mondayz Podcast. Please join us every Monday from 8 to 10 p.m. West Coast time and 11 to 1 a.m. East Coast time. Every single Monday, Monsta Monday on the Dash app. Also, check out these awesome shows from the rest of our podcasting family. Funny Farm, East New York Radio, All Elements Mix Show, The Star Power Collective, La Cosa Nostra Radio, 5150 Mix Show, Block News Live, Vinyl Coffee Mix Show, and Hidden Gems. Check them all out under the Delicious Vinyl radio station.